What's up, guys? Friday. It is approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Today was my day to go home early because I promised the wife I was gonna take her to Texas Roadhouse, have steak, a couple drinks, you know, enjoy a Friday, but instead I'm out here. We got 4 emergency air conditioning calls at this store. I ended up picking up 2, and my buddy Ryan, there he is, he's got 2. So I'm looking for unit 27. There it is, that's 27. And I'm also looking for unit, oh, there's 3 right there. Lucky me. So anyways, we got 2 units down. 2 o'clock today, we got bombarded with like 13 emergency calls. So even if you're not on call, you're out running. So here's 27, and there's number 3 right there. So let's go ahead and tackle 27 first. It says that it has an alarm for 80-degree supply air, which means it's probably not running at all. Right there, VFD failure. Supply fan. Looks like we're gonna have an right there, number 1. Supply fan VFD failure. So let's go ahead and check it out real quick. Fan, my VFD. It's got an alarm OU5. I am not sure what that means. So motor's not stopped up. Let's go ahead and reset it real quick. Well, I don't like to reset stuff. Let me Google this type of VFD and what OU5 means. I'll get back to you. I was able to figure out what was wrong with it. I hit the reset like I'm not supposed to. Like seriously, I'm not supposed to do that. Not until I find out what's wrong, but it restarted up. It's ramping up to full speed. Let me close this. Motor looks like it's running good. Whatever, but condenser fan's running. Condenser fan's running. And I did hear the compressor start up. So, yep. Compressor's running. I don't exactly know what that is, but I'm gonna look up that code. But for now, let's go ahead and leave it, since we are gonna be running into overtime. Let's go ahead and leave this one. Let's go to the next one, number 3. Hey guys, we hooked up to the suction side. We got about 80 saturated, which means it's just off. So I don't see any alarms. Let me go ahead and oh yeah, number 1, there it is, locked out due, I'm sure you guys can read that, but I'm reading to myself, due to low pressure. All right, so honestly, I don't know how to reset it, but I do know how to reset it. Check it out. Just reset it like that. Let's give it a minute and get back to you. All right guys, so when you're dealing with low pressure, you always want to come in here and check your fans. Make sure your belt's not super loose. It's not atrocious, but we could tighten it up a bit. Look at the way this belt's riding all the way inside the pulley. You can tell where it's been out here. Either this belt's gone smaller and damaged. Everything looks straight. We'll give it a second to reset. See if maybe we're not even running the motor. That's why it's going off on low pressure. Continue checking the airflow deal. These are not horrible. A little dirty, but they're not super bad. Start it up. Let's see if we can't take an amp draw on this compressor real quick. 3-phase, so we'll do any one. 3.7 amps. What is my operating max is 8. What's up? Are you done with yours? Oh yeah? Got about 67 degree supply air. Let's go ahead and check over here on the return air. Return air, we're looking at about 87. So 87 and 67. Looks like we got a 20 degree split. That looks pretty good. Let me show you the pressures real quick. Suction pressure is about 140, which is about a 50 degree, 48 degree coil. Makes sense, since it's really hot in the space, your suction is going to go up. Head pressure, we're looking at about 110, 108 or 110 condensing saturated temp, so about 365 psi. This just looks like it's running good, man. I wonder if it has something to do with some sort of settings in here. I'm not a pro at these Source 1 boards, man. I actually kind of hate those. I guess I hate them because I don't know them, to be honest. But it seems to be running good. Motor's running good, compressor's running good. Got the fuel piece probes hooked up in there. Suction, and right in here, got our liquid line temp, liquid line pressure. And we're gonna have our return air probe right there and our supply air probe. So let's see what Measure Quick tells us. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure, guys. I've already grabbed this suction pressure transducer and shook it just in case it decided to maybe loose wire or something. But the high pressure right here. Here's the transducer. I wonder if this has another transducer for. Oh, this is the high pressure. That's the low pressure. Actually, I'm lying. This is the low pressure switch. Oh, my bad. That's a low pressure switch. Let's find the transducer. Messed up. High pressure switch. Low pressure switch. I think the only reason this thing has a high pressure transducer is because it has this controller right here for the fans. So this pretty much just speeds up and slows down the fans. So that's the only reason they need a high pressure one. So for low pressure, it was probably just a low pressure cutout, which is a switch. But everything seems to be running right. I hate these type of idiopathic calls where you just don't know what the hell is wrong with it. Overtime is generally not approved. We might have to just revisit this on Monday unless it trips over the weekend, but we'll just have to see. This other one, I just shut it off. Everything's running fine, but I wanted to show you this. I found this on several other VFDs. Is when you go to tighten it, you sometimes get a half a turn or so. Let's put a little bit of a quarter turn right there. Look at this one. See that? That was about a full turn right there. I don't know if that's what the code means. This one's tight. Let's see this one right here. That one's tight. So I had to just tighten about 3 of these. I found that on some other VFDs. I just kind of taking a wild guess here, but we'll see if that's not what this code was. I forgot what the code was. I'm gonna have to go to the video and then I'm gonna have to go to Google. But yeah, this one's running fine now. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Alright guys, this one's been running for a few minutes now. Suction pressure still up. Temperature is definitely dropping, so I am not exactly sure what happened to this one. More than likely we're gonna leave this call open and come back Monday and give it another look through, and then we'll see what happens. But for today we are gonna call it good. So returner was 87. Right now it's at 70 something. And this one's still running. Right now it's running about 20 hertz. So it'll eventually move up once it needs to. And this one's running good too. I'm just gonna go look for that error code, but I'm not gonna do it up here, man. It's probably 100 degrees today. Maybe not. You good? All right, we're done. Let's go.